welcome back to my channel. My name is Justina, and here I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you through my DIYs. And in today's video, I have 3 all new St. Patrick's DIYs or crafts that you can make using Dollar Tree items today. Now, in my local Dollar Tree, it was really hard to find St. Patrick's Day items. However, I've only been to 2 in my location, and they seem like the Dollar Trees have been going down. However, I found a bunch of things in my crafting stash and in my Halloween things that would help out with these DIYs. But before we get started, if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free, but don't forget to hit the notification so that YouTube can always notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here, part of our virtual art family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here and clicking on today's video. I really hope that you enjoy, but don't forget to do all of the YouTubey things down below, which is like, comment, and share it to at least one friend. It really does help out my channel. Now, with all that being said, let's just jump right into it and let's art today. Now, you're going to need a couple of these small cauldrons that you could pick up at Dollar Tree. I picked mine up a couple years ago and I still have a couple left over, and that is what we're going to be using for at least 2 of these DIYs in today's video. Next, I have a piece of styrofoam that was just left over, and I'm going to place that inside of our cauldron because I want to dummy this up so we can add stuff on top. As you see here, it was a little bit too big, so I'm just breaking off pieces. And then we are going to attach it down using some hot glue. Now, I have this on my low setting, but it's still started to bubble up, so just be really careful if you're using hot glue and styrofoam because they aren't really best friends. After I had the first piece glued down, I am next gluing down the second piece, and I'm adding the hot glue inside of the cauldron, placing the styrofoam and pressing down firmly. Next, I wanted to paint the top of our styrofoam just to hide it a little bit more, and I'm going in with this bright yellow acrylic paint. I added a little bit too much, but I'm just going to push it all around and then place it in front of a fan so that it had time to dry. Next, I have this felt garland that I'm pretty sure that I purchased from Target a long time ago. I really do not remember. It could be Dollar Tree, but it doesn't look like their packaging. However, it has these little horseshoes and rainbows on there, and I just wanted the rainbow portion of this garland, and I only needed 1. Now, when you pull it off of the garland, you see that they have little holes, but mine still had the pieces for it, so I just placed them back into the holes so that we can cover it up. Now, for this rainbow, I'm cutting off one of the cloud pieces. That is because I want the rainbow to come out of our cauldron, and I'm saving that cloud piece so that we can add it to the other side later. And as you see here, I'm cutting down our rainbow just a little bit so that it can fit inside of our cauldron. Now, to hold up our rainbow, I am using a skewer stick that I purchased from Dollar Tree, cutting it down to the perfect size and then adding it right into the center of our cauldron. That way we can glue that wooden piece onto our rainbow and it can hold it upright. By the way, if you want something a little bit more personal, I do send out occasional snail mail to my Patreon supporters, things like handwritten notes and postcards. If you'd like to get one, check out my Patreon link down in the description box below. That my rainbow is glued down, I wanted to add some goodies to our cauldron and have these little coins that I purchased a set of 3 of from Target a couple years ago, and they are absolutely adorable and the perfect size for our little cauldron. I'm just going to empty out a few of them on the table, and then I'm going to start gluing them down once again using my hot glue gun. I just love that they have these 4-leaf clovers on them, front and back side, so no matter which way you glue them down, you will always see them, and it is a perfect addition to our little cauldron. Now, this DIY would be perfect for a tier tray or just a little trinket around your house, just to give it a little pop of St. Patrick's Day. Or you can craft with your little ones, whether that be your grandchildren's or children, or a classroom full of kids during this spring break time. This would be a perfect craft to keep them busy for a little while, and they can all make their own little cauldrons. The very last thing I wanted to do was add that cloud to the other side so it was nice and full, and that completes this DIY. I think this cauldron turned out super adorable. I love that the rainbow is falling into the cauldron and all of this money is coming out. Perfect for St. Patrick's Day and perfect for a tier tray or a little trinket around the house. But I would love to know what you think about this DIY down in the comments section below. For this DIY, you're going to need another cauldron from the Dollar Tree. Once again, I'm going to fill it up with some styrofoam just to dummy it up some for the things that we are going to put in it. And as you see here, I found this little skull in my crafting stash, but I'm pretty sure if you look through your crafting stash, you'll find some from Dollar Tree as well. I am adding hot glue inside of the cauldron so that it can hold my styrofoam into place. Since we made a cute cauldron in the first DIY, for this DIY, I kind of want to make it a little creepy. I love creepy things all year long, and I just think it's perfect for St. Patrick's Day because it could be interpreted however you want. So as you see here, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to place my skull inside of my cauldron. Once I have it where I like it, I am going to hot glue it down. Next, as you see here, I do have some of this green moss that I purchased from Michael's. It was in their clearance section, so I just bought a bunch of it so that I have it on hand. But Dollar Tree does carry some moss in all different colors, and I'm placing that all around our skull. Now for our little skull, I wanted him to be a dying leprechaun, and he needed a little hat. I looked through all of my crafting stash and I could not find something, so I am going to make one using these little felt that I purchased from Dollar Tree. Now these are pads that go underneath your furniture so that you don't damage your floor when you slide a chair back and forth, and I just thought it was a perfect size. I grabbed a round one first for the bill of the hat, and then for the top portion of the hat, I'm just taking this skinny one and rolling it up onto itself. Now it does come with adhesive on the back of it, but it's not really that strong, so I am going to hot glue the ends to it and hold it firmly until it was completely dry. Now with the first one, it wasn't tall enough for my little dying leprechaun, so I did place a second one on top of the first one that we made just to make his hat a little taller, and I did the exact same thing to the second strip. I pulled off the adhesive backing, rolled it onto itself, and then hot glued the end until it was all dry. To actually make the hat itself, you needed to glue all pieces on one another. So as you see here, I took one of those rolled up pieces and placed it on the flat round one, and then for the second one I added that right on top of our first one using hot glue. Now once again, felt and hot glue aren't best friends, so be extra careful because it tends to start melting. Now it still wasn't as secure as I would like it, so I needed to attach some tape around it, and I have some of this black electrical tape from Dollar Tree that worked perfectly. All I needed to do was wrap it all around our little top portion of our hat here, and then it held it in nicely. Plus it gave it another layer of texture to make our little leprechaun hat a little bit more spooky. Now that our little hat is created, we need to attach it to our little skull leprechaun here, and I removed the adhesive, but once again the adhesive is not the strongest, so I am going to add hot glue as well. Hold it into place until it was nice and secure. Now I do paint my hat, and I should have painted it before I actually added it to the skull. However, it worked fine. I am adding black acrylic paint all onto the felt and onto the top portion of the hat just to make sure that everything was nice and cohesive. I did add a bunch of hot glue to the top of the hat just to make it a little smoother. Next, I took more of those little coins that we used in our first DIY, and I'm placing it all over the cauldron as well, and that completes this DIY. I absolutely loved how this little cauldron turned out. It is one of my favorites in today's DIYs just because we love spooky things all year long. And plus, once again, you can decorate yours however you like, but I would love to know what you think about this one and down in the comment section below. For this St. Patrick's Day craft or DIY, I have this mythical creature wall calendar that I purchased from Barnes and Nobles for only $2. It was originally $24.99 and they had a bunch of different ones for $2. As you see here, it has a bunch of different mythical creatures that are absolutely gorgeous. But for today's DIY, as you know, we are doing St. Patrick's Day, so we are going to cut this open and I'm just going to show you a couple of the pages because these images are so big and so beautiful that you can use it for a bunch of crafts later in the future. As you see here, they have unicorns and it says it's from Scotland, and it gives you a little bit information on the picture itself down in those little small text down below. Now for this one, this is a sphinx and it's Egyptian, so it's from Egypt. And then the one that we are going to use today is from March, which is the leprechaun, and it does say it's from Ireland. Now that we have our photo, I needed to remove it, and all I'm doing is ripping it out of the calendar. Now, these calendars are pretty much still available. Last time we went, there was a whole bunch, so if you can grab one, I suggest doing so. Once again, I purchased it from Barnes & Nobles. This is not sponsored, but I just thought that was a great deal. $2 per calendar, and they come with these huge images. Now, as you see here, I'm cutting down the photo because it was just a little bit too large, and I wanted to get rid of the ends so that we can have smooth edges also. I am going to add some scrapbooking paper for the back of our image just so that we have some diversity and some interest. So I went through some of my old scrapbooking books, which I usually purchase from Michael's when they are on sale and or if I really like it. I haven't bought from Michael's in a really long time, which I'm really proud of because we buy so much and then it just sits there. However, I found this green one that would be perfect for the background. Now I did have to rip out two just so that it can fit on the backing of our frame that we are going to add it to. Now I am using hot glue to attach my scrapbooking paper to the backing of our little frame here. That is because it is easy and fast for me, and plus if I ever want to reuse it, I can just peel it off because it is that simple. I'm cutting off the excess and then I'm going to layer the second one at the bottom, once again using my hot glue to attach everything down. Now you can always use a different adhesive if you want to, but since I make DIYs all the time, I like to switch it up and change it if I could so that I don't have to buy more material. After I cut it down to size, once again, I'm just going to add it to the little space that we left off, and once again using my hot glue with my little finger protector and pressing it down firmly. I am then going to add it right back into the frame, and this is a Dollar Tree frame that I have had for many years, and as you see, it's been well used, and I just placed it right in there and then push those push pins down. Next, I'm adding my image right on top of it. Once again, using my hot glue gun. It's just easier for me, but if you want a stronger adhesive, you can use something else. Then I'm going to push down the hot glue, making sure that everything's intact and it is adhered down. Now to add a little bit more pizzazz, I am adding more of that green moss all over our picture frame and on our picture just to give it a little 3D effect, and plus it just adds so much more character and it gives it more interest. And lastly, I do have these big coins from Dollar Tree in my crafting stash, so I'm going to add 3 to this corner and that completes this DIY. This DIY was super simple and only took minutes to make, and it is a great addition to my St. Patrick's Day decor. I had so much fun and I really just enjoy short, easy DIYs like this, and I need to make more in the future, but as always, I want to know what you think about this one down in the comment section below. All right, friends, that completes this round of DIYs for you. I really hope that you enjoyed. These were really quick and simple, easy to make, and fun for all ages. I just had a blast, but once again, I would love to know which one was your favorite down in the comment section below. Remember, friends, if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free, but don't forget to click on the bell notification so that YouTube can always notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here, part of our virtual art family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here, clicking on today's video, and watching it all the way through. If you had made it far into the video, leave me a clover emoji down in the comment section below so I know that you are the real OGs of my channel. Remember, friends, I do have other socials. I have a Facebook, Instagram, Buy Me a Coffee, and a Patreon page. I would love for you to go check those out. All of those links will be down in the description box below, but make sure you check out my Patreon page. I do send out goodies in my snail mail club memberships. You'll get handwritten notes, postcards, sometimes stickers, and prints of my original artworks. I would love for you to go check it out. Remember, you can join for free and then later on add a membership if it is the right feeling for you. I really hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to do all of the YouTube things down below, which is like, comment, share, and at least hype it up. That is a new thing for YouTube, and it really does help out my channel. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.